you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, do introduce me.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
going to introduce you. Hello, this is Andy, and I'm doing a live drawing tutorial where you can write in requests. And this is my lovely guest, Kirsten, who's going to talk me through or keep you entertained while I'm drawing this beautiful cat,
Oh,
which is your cat, Lemon. And I'm afraid
yes.
he's no longer. He's in cat heaven, and so we're going to devote
Sort
this.
of. That's the negative.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Yeah. And yeah, I was like, already, no, I haven't even started. I'm already like, got the bottom lip quivering. I'm like, yeah, well,
Well,
he's no
well,
longer with us, but he's beautiful. Anyway, sorry,
yeah.
carry on.
So I really want you to
Yeah.
talk about his beautiful um, breed, the breed. I don't know anything about his breed, and I'm going to, while everyone's listening, I'm going to start drawing the eyes of this amazing, awesome cat, and I'll just carry on drawing while you're telling me all you
Well,
know
I natter away.
about this awesome
Okay.
animal. Excellent. Off you go. So, what
Oh,
breed is
there
he?
you go. So it's Lemon is or was, oh my God, I have to talk in past tense. He was
Sorry.
a Norwegian cat, which actually I picked up in Paris. Totally unexpected. Wasn't planning on doing it. It was basically love at first sight. Um, I went to a animal show like Crufts, but it was a local French one, and they had just this cage. It was actually a dog show, and they had this cage and full of fluff. It was just this huge cage with this fluffy thing inside it, and I thought it was a dog, and I was like, oh, what's that? And then I realized it was a cat, and I was like, that's a big cat. And so the woman that was working there says, yes, it's a Norwegian. It's a Norwegian cat, which obviously is Norwegian, the origins of it. And she said, I mean, they have some. He's had two, or he and she have had two babies. So I looked over. There was this black, and then this more sort of tabby type Norwegian, and one of them looked seriously depressed. The tabby one, the male baby. As I just looked at him, he looked at me with these eyes, like these gorgeous
These
little,
beautiful eyes,
little
his
cat,
green eyes.
beautiful. Just looked at me. She said, "Would you like to hold him?" And I said, "Yeah." And I held him. She said, normally he won't let people hold him. And I was like, and he was just looking at me. I was like, that was it. And then she said that will be a thousand pounds.
Yes,
And
I was
I'm
going to
like,
say she's a very clever lady.
I know, and I'm like, and she's like, he only loves you and the whole thing. And I'm like,
Sold.
there was this attachment with this cat. And I'm like, £1,000? I don't have £1,000 on me. I can't suddenly appear with £1,000. So she said, don't worry about it. Pay me when you get home. Take the cat. And you can pay me when you get home. They were proper breeders, by the way. Very important to say. There wasn't some rogue cat dealer. It was proper breeders, proper certificates, proper cat farm. And in fact, the father of my cat was a champion cat, Norwegian, and
Another
he's in the
another great
competition.
sales pitch. Yes, carry on.
Yeah. I felt hook and line for the whole shebang. And this cat's looking at me, and I'm like, I
And it's a
can't. I have to
kitten as
take him
well,
home.
so
But
that you didn't stand a hope.
oh, oh, no, no, not a hope, not a hope. And I had no intention of getting a cat because I understand how important it is if you get any animal into your home. I know you did a tutorial with Amanda and Minnie. She brought that up as well. You have to really be prepared to take care of this
Yeah,
animal as if it's your own kid. So it's a full-time job. It's not something you do kind of like, oh, it's cute and fluffy and I'll take it home and then I'll worry about it. You have to really know what you're doing. My family and I grew up with animals, with cats and dogs and so forth, and I know the work involved and the love you get out of it by, having an animal in your home. And I have two kids, so I was just like taking this cat home, going, "What am I doing?" And I was like, "I am prepared for this. I have a lifestyle that allows for this. I can take care of him. So why not? Let's do it." And the cat was kind of going meow 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 the whole time, like, "Take me home with you." And so that was it. I actually left without paying because I was like, I didn't have 1,000 on me. And I was like, am I out of my mind to pay that amount of money for a cat? And also, I was thinking there's cats that need homes that are in the shelters, and there's all these questions running in my head. But anyway, we fell in love, and that was it. And we had the greatest friendship for 8 years. Absolutely fantastic. And he was my best buddy. He was just an amazing cat. And the thing about Norwegians, which I think anybody who's had a Norwegian knows what I'm saying, they are not cats in the sense that they talk. I mean, they literally talk. They talk, they communicate, they are super intelligent, they're smart. I know intelligent, smart, same word. Well done. You can actually train them, and they like it. They enjoy being trained, so you don't have to force them. They automatically are sort of listening, and they're happy to see you when you come home. How many walks in the forest I did with him, where he followed me, he stayed with me, he's protected me in a very odd way. He'll come diving out if a dog came anywhere near.
Because they're quite big
They're
cats.
wonderful cats. Sorry, I'm going on.
No,
Sorry.
they're big cats as well. I mean, I would
They're
imagine
huge.
they would protect you. How big can they
Yeah, they're
get?
very protective. Lemon was about 12 pounds, if I've got that right. I mean, they're big. I had a cage for him because I did travel with him as well, and I didn't want to be squashed in a little cage because they're great traveling companions actually. And I put him in this huge cage. Um, and I never took airplanes with him because if I would have had to put him under in the cargo, and I just couldn't bear the thought of him being in the cargo because he was considered too big to be put in the airplane. In France, you're allowed to travel with them within
Yeah.
your cabin, and I just didn't have the heart to put him in the cargo, so I'd actually take the train. And in the train in France, you can actually let them out as long as you control the situation between the cats and the dogs and all that. And I had, he just stuck with me, and we just sit in the train and chill and chat and and have a good time. But they're very big, very big. They eat a lot. Um, they have this long, fluffy hair that needs daily brushing. I mean, you can't not take care of them. They love it. They love to be brushed. They just like people, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not an expert on cats, but the Norwegian originally was a Viking cat. So the Norwegian used to travel with the Vikings, and as Vikings were very big on sailing and walk through the forest, and I think that a lot of farming and stuff like that, they would follow their masters, if you want, or their family, because they're very family oriented. They would follow them even on trips. And the story goes, I don't know how true this is, um, that the Maine Coon cat that you have in America today is an offspring mix of the Norwegian
Yeah.
and some local cat. That big cat that they kind of got together. But the story goes that the Norwegian was on those Viking, what are they called, skulls? No, is that a story? Sorry, what are they called?
I
The
can't
Viking ships,
I can't
whatever.
help
I
you.
think the what?
I can't help you on that. You've totally caught me
Yeah.
off on
No, no,
Viking.
Viking Spald is a story. Sorry, got that wrong. Viking, somebody help me. Longship. It's a long ship, but there's an actual word for it. And then they were actually on these ships and went to America, etc. So they're big time travelers. They're an ancient cat. They're a very old cat, very wise cat, and a very special cat. And highly recommend them. They're just beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
If you don't mind long fluffy hair, because it's the long fluffy hair, I can tell. I would clean every single day the house because of the hair. I made that decision. We're gonna have the cat long hair. It means daily hoovering just to make sure that the hair doesn't get out of control because they shed a lot. They really do shed a lot.
Which
So
wouldn't be a problem on a Viking ship, but maybe in a small apartment during
on a
lockdown.
Viking. Exactly. In a Viking village. If you're living outside, for example, he lived between an apartment and then eventually full time in the countryside, which he adapted to beautifully. Obviously in the countryside you're fine
Yeah.
with the hair and all that, but in an apartment, I would say if you have a Norwegian apartment, first of all, you really have to be with them all the time
Yeah.
as part of the family. You can't just say, hey, I'm going to go off for the weekend, leave them. They don't like it. They get upset and they tell you that they didn't like that. So they need to be with you all the time, and they need space because they're a big cat, kind of not a super active cat, but they need a bit of space. They need to be entertained constantly because they're smart. So you can't go off and just buy a toy that has a little battery on it and think that they're going to be happy.
Yeah.
You have to stimulate them mentally constantly, which I loved, which I thought was quite fascinating. And the big, big, I was say a big negative is the hair, because if you're in a lot of and it does tend to get stay around the apartment, especially in an apartment confined space. It's you're gonna be sort of living with a lot of hair, so you have to really be prepared for that and not be surprised. Oops, little hair cat, and oh, what's all this hair doing there? Um, so but highly recommend. Yeah, I mean, all cats. I think all cats are gorgeous. I've had Tabby. What have I had? A little black fluffy one as well. All lovely. I had a cat called Uki Tanya, and this one's called Lemon.
Why
I've
was
had
he
a great.
called Lemon?
Oh, that's a kid. We called all our cats, because I've had a few cats. The kids insisted on calling them after fruit. So Lemon, quite honestly, for such a masculine, beautiful cat, and his original name from the breeders was Cesar. So Cesar, yes, Cesar. Okay, so I come home with Cesar, and they go, no, his name has to be Lemon. So I gave in to the kids that he has to be named after a fruit. So I was like, okay, so Lemon it is. But his real name was Lemon Caesar. There you go. It sounds like a salad, so
Caesar
it's not
salad.
too good either. Yeah, no, no, the salad, but it sounds like a salad. Um, but his lemon Caesar. There you go. And he had these most beautiful green eyes.
Yes, I've
That
got
was pretty
these.
wild.
I've got the eyes. Hopefully I've got the eyes, and they're sort of a milky. Can I say milky green? I don't know. Sort of this warm green that he's got in his eyes. Um,
Uh, yes, his eyes were so piercing. The most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful eyes.
yeah.
Lemon human, sort of space Martian eyes. I don't know. They were just wonderful eyes. Deep eyes. I think that's it. They're like a deep, deep eyes that just wise eyes. Sorry, I sound like I'm talking about a boyfriend. Um, I'm talking about a cat
No, but
here.
I mean
Sorry about that.
it's true.
But
I mean, just
yeah,
drawing him,
just do what?
just drawing him, I can see how, nature has just created the most perfect animal, and cats are they are total perfection. They can fall out of a building on the ninth floor and land on their feet. They're incredibly stealth-like hunters. They're beautiful, and then at the same time, they can be the most wonderful giving creatures. And I'm picking
Yeah,
that all up from his
yeah,
drawing.
sure. Yeah, they're quite interesting because they're incredibly independent. They can totally survive on their own. Thank you very much. But they're clever enough to understand that if they decide to survive with this guy over here, this human being, they're going to be fed better. They're going to be, groomed. They're going to be have a luxurious lifestyle. So they're clever survivors. They've understood, like dogs. Let's group with these guys, and then we'll be guaranteed food, housing, and a luxury lifestyle. And you can really feel that with cats. Is like they're quite snobby actually. That they've figured it out, and they've got you on their little finger. They totally know what they want. You don't want to mess with them. I mean, I was scratched God knows how many times by Lemon just because I did something he didn't like. It's part of having a cat. It's no big deal. But he communicated very well when he didn't like something or I did something that displeased him. Um, so they're funny little things, and then you have people out there as well that don't like cats, which I respect that as well. I get it, and he was a big cat, so sometimes well, I like that he scared people off quite often because this big sort of cat would come looming over to them to say hello, and you could tell the cat lovers and the ones who didn't like cats in 2 seconds, which is fine. But they're very interesting creatures, and one of mankind's oldest companions with dogs. It was the Egyptians were really big on cats as
Well, the
well.
Egyptians worship
Uh,
them.
they worship them absolutely. Those sphinxy cats, and which is a story and stuff. I know nothing about those cats, but I did read a little about them, and they're absolutely the oldest cats. I like old cats, quite honestly. I just fell in love with a Norwegian, quite honestly, any cat I see, I just have to go up to. I even go in if I see a street cat, I go up to them. I can't stop myself. And then I try not to touch them because worms and God knows what. But it's just a natural impulse. I just want to pick them all up and cuddle them. So
I don't
and dogs and
I don't
any
know if
animal,
you watched
frankly. Um,
Tiger King, this
yes,
series, and
yeah,
how these people were obsessed with cats, big cats. I mean,
okay.
just
Uh,
um, insane. One of the guys had 300 lions and tigers on his property. I mean, the obsession was just so uh, almost bizarre. But
yeah,
I can totally understand why. Although obviously this was not something that was animal friendly to have 300
yeah.
cats, big cats. Now I'm finishing this off. I think we're there. We've drawn his beautiful green eyes. I might have accentuated them even more because you were talking so lovingly about his eyes. And
Naturally way.
but
Yeah.
now that I've done all the work, I want you to do the work, and I want the audience, the viewers, to have a go drawing a cartoon kitten. So I'm going to put this away now, and we're all going to have a go. You've got a paper and pen?
I do know. I'm trying desperately to bluff this one because, in fact, I can't see myself, so I can't actually see you draw right now.
Oh, can you not?
So no, 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 it's not you. It's me because what I did is I logged out halfway through because I didn't want to see myself. And now I'm desperately trying to log back in. So can you natter away and I'm going
Well, I'll tell
to
you
log back in so
what
I
I'll
can.
do is for everyone watching, I'm going to draw this lion for you, and I want you to all have a go. And it is just a cartoon, so let me get a layer. That's the first thing, and I'll just check my pen's big enough. And we're just gonna do this kind of squiggle at the top. And I know that for some people that might look a little bit weird, but trust me, you gotta trust me. Um, and now we're gonna do this familiar U that I talk about, but it's upside down U. And then we're gonna put a little U inside that U and do it on the other side. And then we're going to do another squiggle across there. And then we're going to do two little dots for the eyes. And this really is so that you can have a go at home and show off to your family and friends. Okay, so now we're going to do a heart that's upside down. Okay, I don't want to go too fast. We're going to do another U above the dot and the other dot. There we go. So I think you can all see now what's going on. Another U, but this time it's the correct way up. And then because this is a big scary lion, a male, we're now just going to do the mane. And we connect that all together. So now you've just got your very simple lion drawing. Now, Kirsty, have you managed to see what's on the screen, or you're still disconnected?
I'm still disconnected and I don't see anything on the screen regardless. So
that's okay.
For on the screen.
So I'm gonna go and draw a kitten, and this is live. I'm reminding everyone. So
yes.
We're going to do a cat next. So this one I'm going to do very simply. I've done it before. So people who've watched some of my previous videos will know what to do. These are two cat ears, and they're little triangles on their side, and then we're going to connect them, and then we're going to do the eyes in the middle, sort of quite close together, and then a cute little nose, which is a triangle, and then the mouth, upside down heart, and then the U, and then we're actually going to do sort of a funny shape like this. So it's a wide triangle. And then we'll just sort out the eyes with another upside down U on an angle. And then we're going to do the cat paws. So it's a bit like that. And then a little curve there, curve there. And I think that's pretty much a cat. But really, really simple. Because the most important thing when learning how to draw, and really from the basics of drawing, is to get started. So I'm keeping it super, super simple. And maybe we'll give him a fringe. Maybe make his nose a little bit darker. Maybe put a stripe down his front. So there's all sorts of things you can add to this cat. I'm just going to give him some stripes on the side so he becomes a tabby. And it's just all about getting started, because that's really what these tutorials are about. They're to be entertaining, but at the same time you have a go as well. All right, well, I think that's it. I was hoping to show Kirsty's drawing to give everyone Dutch courage. And thank you very much, Kirsty, for talking about the beautiful lemon. Let's show him again. And I'll get rid of this. And let's see, there he is. Isn't he the most wonderful, wonderful cat? And thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye.
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 Bye.